Hi, it's Steve Rogers here from MIMT. We're joined today by Paul Taylor, who's going to be our keynote speaker at the Soft Tissue Congress, which is coming up on the 26th of October. Paul is an exercise physiologist, neuroscientist, nutritionist, adjunct faculty at the University of San Francisco, and also the CEO of Body Brain Performance. So Paul, obviously a very busy man, and appreciate your time today and speaking at the conference for us as well. It's a great honour for us. I suppose I'll just give you that bit of introduction, but for people who perhaps haven't come across you before, could you give us a little bit more information about, I suppose, your background and what the Body Brain Performance Institute is all about as well?
Yeah, so my background's pretty eclectic. I'm ex-British Armed Forces, but before I joined the forces, I was a physiologist, then did another master's in nutrition, and then I set up an RTO actually in the fitness industry, and did a lot of stuff there, and obviously behaviour change came into it. At the same time, had corporate clients with the Body Brain Performance Institute, so more and more my focus started coming into behaviour change, and I realised that just telling people what to do and expecting them to do it just doesn't work, whether it's in exercise, rehab, or health and fitness, or any of those things. So I went off and did another postgrad in neuroscience to really understand behaviour change. And so now I work with a lot of corporates around peak performance, and health and well-being is generally the space that I'm in.
And can you give us some of those examples? I know you've worked with a lot of major clients with the Body Brain Performance. Can you give a few examples of those clients and what you've done to help them, perhaps?
Yeah, so for instance, National Australia Bank, I work with their leadership team, and I run a program called Sustainable Leadership with Ignite. So about 6 times a year, there's about 20 to 30 of their guys come, and I do 2 days with them, and it's a bit of a deep dive into peak performance and health and well-being. And really, I think the thing that really interests me, particularly in the corporate space, is the connection between your brain and your body, and just understanding that from a performance and well-being perspective, and just looking at you as an ecosystem, rather than from this Western sort of siloed approach where we have this Newtonian Cartesian worldview of things that misses the fact that we are a big ecosystem.
So it sounds fascinating, and obviously it's going to be new to a lot of the guys who are coming to the Soft Tissue Congress. The talk that you're doing is titled The Art of the Possible. It sounds a fascinating title. Can you just, I suppose, elaborate a little bit on what the guys can expect?
Yeah, so it's really getting people to think outside of the box, and particularly in exploring the world of peak performance, which is a world that's always fascinated me, be it in the military, in the athlete world, or in the corporate world. And I'm very interested in the common themes and common traits for peak performers across those different domains. So it's really that dive into peak performance, but also thinking about what's possible, and unlocking your mind and the limitations of your own mind and self-talk and all of that sort of stuff that we build up over time, and just kind of exploding out a little bit.
Sounds fantastic. Guys, it sounds like you're in for a treat, and if you haven't enrolled for the Congress yet, there are still places available. After this video, there's going to be a slide which tells you how to do that. It is going to be amazing. We've got 6 keynote speakers. We're absolutely really pleased to have Paul on board as well, and really thank you for your time today. Guys, we look forward to seeing you there.
See you there.